Okay,
How's your day today?
okay,
I was off today.
okay, sorry, thanks. Bye. All set, go ahead.
Okay. It is 6:01, Monday, November 25th, 2024, in the great town of Lee. We're gonna call our meeting to order. Open with public comment. If you have public comment, please come to the podium, state your name and address, limit your comment to 3 minutes, and address those comments to the board. Any takers this evening? Okay. And I'd like to open the hearing to accept the police grant. Chief?
Good evening. This is a grant, we started this process over a year ago. It's been pretty cumbersome. I actually had to do a video presentation on what we wanted the money for, how we would benefit, things like that. But we were finally awarded it. It's through Chris Pappas's office. This will replace all of our portable radios that are currently between 12 and 14 years old with the latest technology, Wi-Fi, wireless, and it's 100% no match. It pays for each portable is about $5,600 a piece.
So there's 10 of them?
10 of them.
Okay, that's fantastic. Any questions? That was your one question. Any comments from the audience in our public hearing? Oh, the audience is gesturing that they're very excited. All right.
It's just
Okay.
one signature.
Then I move to accept the grant from the Community-Oriented Policing Services.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hereby close the public hearing to accept the police grant. Do you just need me or do you need and Mr. Bugby?
It just has a spot for one, yeah.
Okay.
No initialing on the bottom?
No.
Really?
Paperwork was,
Yeah, paperwork was the easiest thing.
Smart. Fair enough.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, next on our list. 15.
Hi, Dawn Jeans with Conservation Commission. It came to my attention Monday, a week ago, from Karen Rossi, that some hunters were seen coming out of the town-owned parcel on James Farm. And the people that had called Karen were quite alarmed at that. And the next day was our regular Conservation Commission meeting, and we discussed it and voted that we would unanimously voted that we would like to ask you to consider closing the James Farm parcel to hunting so that we can post it for no hunting. The conservation easement doesn't prohibit hunting, so you would have to declare that as the select board that town parcel was not open. You can see it's totally encircled by
I would
houses.
say it's this piece, and you guys just are doing new trails there, right?
There are trails, we've
Okay.
improved some things there. And, you know kids use it quite often, and it's used by the whole neighborhood and outside the neighborhood. But I can't imagine having a safe shot in any direction in that parcel. So,
What RSA gives us the right to do that?
I don't know, that's your job.
So I don't know if there's an RSA that allows us to do that,
Why would you need an RSA for town-owned property?
because it's not home rule town, it's home rule state, so we only have the power to do what the state legislature gives us power to do. And I don't believe we have the power to do that, unless you can quote an RSA that says that we have that particular power.
I was told that because it was the town-owned property.
By whom?
I don't know if it was Andy or Karen.
So I guess I would ask that the town administrator or the assistant town administrator contact legal counsel and see if we have the right to do this. Because I don't see anything in the easement that prohibits it, so that's like what you said. But if the town doesn't have if we don't have the rights to do it, you can't do it. But I agree with you that that is not a good place to do it.
It's not wise.
So if you can find out from legal counsel if we have the right to do it, I don't have any problem doing it.
And you couldn't take a vote to approve it pending that it is legal per state statute.
If we have the ability to do it.
Yeah. I mean, so,
And then be able to find out before the end of the meeting.
okay,
Okay, sounds good.
all right, that's the request.
All right, well, thank you. Okay, so we're putting that on hold until you find out if we can actually do that.
Did you see the map?
All right.
Can I ask another question? Maybe this is a chief question. We can put up signs, but who monitors it, enforces it?
If you put up no trespassing,
No, in terms of no hunting.
no hunting, either be us or fishing game.
Okay,
Probably us initially, and then we call fishing game in if there are any
Okay.
violations.
okay. So I guess if we approve it, if it's possible, I would suggest that maybe the Conservation Commission contact the landowners and let them know that this has been done. So if they hear any shooting out there or hunters, they can notify the proper authorities
Yeah.
to take care of it. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Keith O'Brien.
Good evening. My name is Keith O'Brien. I am a resident of 16 Toon Lane here in Lee. I'm also a board member for Oyster River Youth Association. And most relevant for the conversation tonight, I'm a longtime baseball coach with ORYA here in the community. For the past couple of years, since my kids have aged up, I have been head coaching out here at Little River in the Babe Ruth League, the 90-foot baseball diamond. And I just want to say that we have an incredible field here. I've been coaching here in New Hampshire for a decade. Been to fields all over the state. It's a gorgeous field that we have been, ORYA has been investing in every spring, every fall. Turning over the diamond, the dirt, and working with Steve Bullock to service the field during the season itself. There are some improvements that are needed out there, and one of them most specifically is the dugout situation. If you've been out there, you know there are no dugouts there. What I'm here to discuss tonight is a proposal that ORYA has put together with Thomas Geolosis, local builder, and also ORYA parent, to build dugouts in the existing footprint of the field. These would fit right into the fencing that already exists and wouldn't change the footprint in any way whatsoever. The construction, including labor and materials, would be covered by ORYA through a combination of donations, fundraising, and grants. That money is available to proceed with this project now. Specifically what I was here to discuss with you tonight is this proposal to build the dugouts. More broadly, and then I'd be happy to take any questions you might have, looking down the road about other ways we can be using this field, and by we I mean the community. It would be great to have a scoreboard out there, maybe on the right field fence or left field fence, wherever it was easiest for electricity to be wired to. That's obviously a long-term project. Another long-term project that ORYA would be interested in partnering with the town in some way is taking that sheep field that has existed out there, the sheep field, which is in the back behind the lacrosse fields and soccer fields. I think it's colloquially known as the sheep field. That we have collectively invested in to irrigate and potentially use. But maybe the best use of that is as a 60-foot baseball diamond. 60-feet diamonds are what's used by younger kids. So not T-ball necessarily, we have the Massway field for that, but 8, 9, 10-year-olds. So coach pitch and just starting to transition into kid pitch baseball. We have walked that sheep field out there, measured it. it would accommodate a 60-foot diamond. In my discussions with Steve Bullock, he mentioned that originally when the park was laid out many, many years ago, it was sort of set aside, that area, as a diamond. And so that's a very long-term project. We have done a little bit of research into what it would cost to build a field from scratch. But it's certainly something that we'd be interested in, and I think would be another great asset for that field out there. Every spring here in our community, we have anywhere from 50 to 70 kids who are playing baseball at that age level. And that's kids that could be coming out here and using our park here in Lee. So there's a short-term project that we're ready to proceed on now, and two long-term projects that basically I just wanted to open the conversation on with you and the town. And I'd be happy to take any questions you might have.
No, that's the chief.
Looking at map, sorry.
That's okay.
I don't have any questions. Do you?
Have you okayed this with the Recreation Commission?
The Recreation Commission is aware of what we're doing, and we didn't okay it. We were told to bring it straight to you.
Okay. I'd be okay to okay as long as they're okay with it as a commission. That's my only thing.
I don't foresee that we'd have a problem with
Yeah,
that.
can't
Okay.
imagine that would.
That's fine. I just want to make sure because they're the ones that are kind of in charge of the programs and stuff down there, so.
Yeah,
I would
this
think that would be
wouldn't
the-
affect anything that we do down there,
Okay.
enhance it.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great asset. They'll be fully painted. When we paint, choose a paint color for the exterior of the dugout, we will then repaint the shed that's already existing there in that color. So it'll be like a whole facelift there by springtime.
Yeah, no concerns.
And so when are you going to do these, like now or?
We would begin, Thomas Geolosis would begin the site work before first frost. So that's why we're here now. Get the sort of groundwork laid, and then once the snow is gone in the spring, it'd be easy to erect the exterior. And so it would be ready to go for opening day, which is usually around the 1st of May.
Is it a cement base? What is it?
It's gonna be a cement base, yes.
And then wood and then?
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
Wood exterior, slanted roof. Again, all existing within the fence that's already there. So there are fences that are already there that have protected the kids.
Mhm.
This would just sort of have a slanted roof connected to the fence and a backside.
Okay. And what's the size of those that you're?
It's 8 feet wide by 24 feet long. Those fences are already about 9 feet high, so we won't be exceeding those fences.
Yeah.
We'll be matching it, and then the fence is 24 feet long, and so that's why we're going to build the dugout 24 feet, which is roughly the size of a dugout especially for kids who are ages 13, 14, 15, 16. That's what you want.
Thanks.
I just suggest that you touch base with either Karen or Bill, maybe with the plans. I'm not sure if a permit's gonna be needed for that, because it'll be a permanent structure.
Tom Geolosis has already spoken with Karen, and so he's just waiting for approval here tonight, and then he would be moving forward with her tomorrow, or, shortly,
Yep.
to take care of that.
Fair enough.
Thank you so much.
Any other comments, anybody? All right, then I move to grant Oyster Youth Association permission to build baseball dugouts at the Little River Park baseball field at no cost to the town.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right,
Thank you so much.
thank you. You're welcome to stay, you don't have to. Don't feel like you can't leave.
Thank you.
All right, I guess you're Andy, huh?
I'm happy.
So, library MOU.
Yes, he made a few changes after the last meeting, talked to Steve, read by Steve. I don't know if Annie has any comments to make, but I was told everyone's in agreement.
Are they in that draft that was in the agenda? Changes?
Yes, the one that was in, this is the final one was in the agenda, yes.
comments? No?
No, no questions, but we will, our next meeting is when the trustees would look at that, because we haven't met since this came out.
Any thoughts?
I thought you were thinking, but yeah.
Oh, no.
The only issue I had is in terms, it still says repair and maintain.
Can you point to which particular repair or maintenance?
I'm trying to find it, I read it
Okay.
earlier. It, 5A, town will be responsible for all maintenance and repairs necessary to the building. It doesn't get to my point that I asked about in terms of if they want to install something and we find it to be expensive to maintain, instead of paying upfront for a more efficient or a more expensive unit that does something better. That's the only thing that I really have an issue with it.
I think there's a restriction, I thought. Certain things, all contracts for work have to be
Yeah.
submitted to the select board. I'm trying to think, is there anything, anywhere else where it said?
No, that's the only thing that kind of comes close, but the thing is, they've already decided to do X.
Yeah,
We can dispute the contractor, but not what the contractor is going to do.
to me, it reads like 5A is actually talking about the outdoor, exterior of the building, so maybe that word needs to be in there, if I'm reading it correctly. Because 5A talks about repairing the building, but 5D talks about the interior of the building. So I think 5A is specific to the exterior, though that's not necessarily stated.
We can say that. But once again, in terms of what's inside the building, because we replaced the furnaces and stuff like that, so are we no longer responsible for the furnaces? They are. I just want it to be clear.
Okay.
So if you want to change 5A to be exterior and tweak 5D so that it talks about
Okay.
and also we can get feedback from the trustees, because if they haven't seen it yet, they haven't really been able to respond.
Okay.
Other than that, I was okay with it.
And just on a side note, the COLA policy that was on the agenda last time, we didn't put it on this time because it was our understanding that, it was Andy's understanding that you were going to look into different aspects of it? Is that
I was
what you
not,
recall?
I was not happy, I personally was not happy in terms of how it was laid out, in terms of what the COLA was going to be.
Right. Were you going to think about it, or were we supposed to bring back changes based on?
It depends on what the other two select people are interested, because I'm just one vote, that's it.
Right.
So,
I had one tweak to the wording of the first one, though I don't think we agreed on that, and we're only two of us.
Right.
so why don't you bring it back?
Okay. Consent agenda, do you have any concerns, questions?
No,
Okay,
I'm okay with it.
then I move to accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second,
All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
something because it was not transferred or something, I assume we assessed the owner that is responsible, or we've already done that? When it gets over your own.
Yes.
And somebody reviewed the manifest, I assume?
No,
No?
apparently they did not. Let me just check.
Do you have it here? No?
Is there enough attached to those?
Well, the documentation is in here.
The originals are not there.
Yeah.
The trails notification, there's a signature for an owner, signature from the applicant. Which person would you like it to be?
Hmm.
So, I will not sign those until somebody looked over the manifest. I can stop Wednesday.
Are they in town on Wednesday?
We are until 1? Is that
It
good?
won't be early in the morning,
Okay.
but I can stop by and look at it unless Rebecca gets there first, but
Okay, I
probably
can go
not.
on Wednesday as well, but that's. I can come by and sign out Wednesday. If you give me some idea of what time you'll be there. Or it doesn't really matter, whoever can be there first, can be there first and look at that.
I'll be there mid-morning.
That's fine.
So, only she needs to sign this one, or do I have to sign it too?
No, just the one.
Okay. This one here, the one from Fairpoint. Poles were in mid-2023, most of the poles transferred to the electric company ownership. As of the change in inventory, those items are provided after the first issued tax bill. Once adjusted, the assessment was substantially reduced. I assumed we assessed the real owner? Yes?
I can't speak on that.
Okay, I will sign that one on Wednesday then.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that we have to pay them back.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the.
Oops. Oh.
Okay, any old business or new business? Okay. I assume you've not heard back from Andy or Karen about the allowance for us to say no hunting? I thought you said you were gonna look into it
I am looking into it, but not,
Not yet.
I didn't reach out to Andy.
Oh, I thought you said you could get the answer before the end of the meeting, I'm sorry. I misheard
Yeah,
you.
no, I'm trying to.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to.
All right, so anything else before we enter non-public? Liz? She said something. Okay, then I move to enter a non-public session, New Hampshire RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2A.
Second?
Mr. Bugby?
Yes.
Ms. Hawthorne? Yes.
I'm waiting for you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're doing my job.
Well, you know, pretty close. Done. Just.
You? Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. No one else has any.
Yeah.
No idea if,
Dawn, it might be also that
I don't know.
NHACC
You
might
want to
have
come or you want us to
the
do
answer
it?
to the question of that certain.
Okay, well,
Any question any towns would have. I mean, instead of just jumping right to legal counsel.
Okay, all right.
because I'm trying to find the answer. And
Thanks.
Mm.
They come back with the code from
Good night.
Good night. What did you say?
the code, they might come back with the correct formula.
And I actually went to the Lee Market Basket and didn't see anybody that I knew.
You know, it's really interesting how that always seems to happen to you, and yet no one ever talks to me.
Maybe you scared them off. No, let's not talk to Miss Hawthorne, because she's, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's true. Motion to seal the minutes from non-public.
Second,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All those in favor?
Aye. Poor Denise. She's up there trying to write all this stuff down.
It's probably my RBF there, Scott.